So for this video I thought I would do a little bit of talking in it, so I can explain a little bit about what's happening and also answer some of you guys' questions. So today is December the 20th. I was admitted for extremely low iron and hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is like, I'm really bad at explaining this. You know what, I'm just going to pop up a definition of what hemoglobin is because I'm going to explain it wrong and people will roast me, I know it. Anyway, long story short, I'm getting 2 units of blood. Currently on my first unit, which is up here. Obviously it's A positive because that's my blood type. And I'm getting my second unit after this one has finished. And then tomorrow I'll be getting an iron infusion, so that's why I'm admitted this particular time. So I thought I would do a little bit of my evening routine. Like I said, you know, every routine I do is different because no admission is alike. No morning routine is alike. Every morning routine varies depending on what I've got to do that day. But obviously you can see this particular day of what my routine was like. The other thing I want to show you guys, but I'm going to show you guys what draining is and what it looks like, because a lot of you keep asking me about it in my videos when I say I drain. So this is what I mean. So draining means whatever I consume. So for example, this lovely cup of tea, I can't digest it. So when I feel sick, I will drain, and I'm starting to feel a bit nauseous now. So I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. So I'm gonna drink a little bit of this because it tastes nice and I want some. So when I drain, I'm talking about this portion of my tube. Now this is a bit different to the previous tubes that you've seen in my videos because I've had it changed to a button. So basically what I mean by that is these things disconnect. So I'll just disconnect that one because I'm not using it. And this is what my medication goes down. This is my jejunal tube, so my intestinal tube. And this one is my gastric tube. So this one goes into my stomach, okay? I'll do a full video on this eventually. I'm gonna roll. Rolls for days. Anyway, yeah, so this one is the tube I drain out of. And to drain, I use a syringe, like this bad boy here. And you can see this stuff in the tube. You can see this bit here is clear and this bit has got stuff in it. This is from my stomach. This is just my stomach contents, whatever I've had. And I try to limit the things I eat or drink to things that will be drainable. So I know it confuses some people when I say that I don't eat, but then you guys see me eating or drinking, you're like, what? This is what I mean. So basically I don't eat any solid food really. If I do, it makes me very, very sick, like vomit, projectile. It's gross. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna show you guys what draining means. So we'll use a vomit bag. I have a lovely stack because I'm sick a lot. So open this up like so. I'm gonna connect the tube at the syringe, and I'm gonna undo the clamp, which is this thing here. I'm just gonna slide that down, and then I'm just gonna kind of squish the tube to get rid of the kink where it's been clamped. And then to drain, all I do is just syringe out the contents. If you guys don't like vomit, then I'll leave a timestamp to click away from this bit. So just drain back, and as you can see, it is just coming into the syringe. This is also known as venting. So just draw back, basically, like that. I've got my vomit bag here. I'm going to pop the clamp on so it doesn't go everywhere. Disconnect over the bag so if any comes out the tube that it's not going to go all over the bed. And then I'm just going to syringe it into the bag. Or a toilet if I was near the toilet. Like that. And then connect back, clamp off, and continue to drain basically. So that's what draining is, for those of you that know. Also known as venting, and sometimes you get a lot of air and build up, and it's easier to just syringe the air out to decompress your stomach and bloating, because I get a lot of bloating. So once I've drained, a thing to note is I don't drain excessively because it can mess with your electrolytes, like your potassium, magnesium, that kind of thing. Also ignore my skin, it is terrible. I just drain enough to stop me from feeling sick and being sick, because I want my body to try and digest any tiny amount it can so I leave it to the last possible moment, which sometimes I leave it too late and I end up actually physically throwing up, which is obviously not fun, but what can you do? So once you've done, you twist your bag, and there's a little clip here. You just kind of clip it on there to seal it. As you can see, I didn't drain a lot at all, maybe like 100 mils, if that. Get rid of that in a second. And that's just mostly bile and a tiny bit of tea. I disconnected my tube and I put it in a bag. That's where I keep my tubes in this bag. It says biohazard, but it's not biohazard. I just keep everything in there because it makes it easier to keep everything together. My medication, obviously I changed these syringes, but the tubes are the same. Sorry, it's noisy in the hospital. This is what my tube looks like when it's not connected to anything. It's a little button. It's very small, very convenient, very, you know, you can't even see it. Like compared to my other one, like you wouldn't even know I had a feeding tube. It's so discreet and I love it so much. My little button, it's a Nike button. And if you actually look close, you can actually see it says jejunal and gastric. Let me show you. Let me click these. It says on there jejunal, which means intestines. The jejunum is the very top of your intestines. And then on the side, it says gastric, for gastric as in your stomach. Also, I'm trying my pain patch in a new place because the last video I had on my arm, this time it's on this. I don't normally make videos like this on my main channel, but I try and keep like vlogging style videos to my vlog channel. So if you guys are interested in me and my daily life vlogging, I do have a vlog channel and it's in the description. It always has been, and I vlog pretty much every day. So, and I've been doing Vlogmas, so yeah, enjoy those vlogs if you're interested. Anyway, back to the video. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. So my evening usually starts around 7:30, or at least on this particular day it did. So here Tom and I and the lovely student nurse in the back, she was just watching. We were setting up my TPN, which is nutrition into the vein. I've mentioned this a few times, and I will be doing a video about it in the future. It's currently my only source of nutrition. It's how I get, you know, all my nutrition. I get it through the drip. So here we're just setting it up, and Tom and I usually do it together. So each night Tom will do more of the sterile field bit, as you can see in this video, and I'll do, you know, I'll touch the pump and connect myself. So I'm just cleaning my line here while Tom is prepping my syringes, which I flush my line with. I have a Hickman line or a Brovac line. I can never remember how you pronounce it. So here I'm just connecting myself. It's like a twist on. You would have seen something similar in one of my other morning routines. Once I'm connected, I just press start on the infusion pump and we are ready to go. Next, I just lay back in bed and relax. At the moment I had some blood infusing, which A positive my blood type, and my TPN, which you just saw me set up, and you can see Tom in the background as well. Next it's around 8:30, and this particular night Tom usually leaves around this time just because visiting hours finish at 8:30, so wave goodbye, we say goodbye, give each other a little kiss, obviously off camera. Next it's around 10 to 9, and usually this is around the time that I get given some of my medications. So here I'm just connecting my tubes. That was my jejunal tube, which sits in the intestines, and then I'm also connecting my drainage tube as well, because I think I was about to drain at this point, but I already showed you guys that. You would have seen that prior to this clip. So these are the meds. Some of them you can see they aren't crushed, and some of them are. Depends if the nurses decide to crush them or not. Otherwise I will crush them. Then I'm just using some sterile water to mix up my medication, and I'm just crushing the medication that wasn't crushed by the nurses. Then I'm just syringing up the liquid. I'm sure you guys would have seen this in previous videos because I've showed you guys this before, but just syringe the liquid up and then I'm going to slowly deliver it down my tube. I'm just taking off the clamp and I had quite a few syringes. I think it was 3 syringes. There was only, I know it looks like a lot of liquid, but I think there's only around like 3 to 5 mils in each syringe, so it's not really a lot. And then at the end I'll just give a flush to make sure all the medication's gone through. And then here is just a tablet that goes under the tongue. It's an anti-sickness, so I just dissolve that under my tongue, and that's pretty much all my meds. Then at 9:42 I have some more medication. So again, I kind of skipped past most of it just because you guys kind of get the drill by now. So syringe it up and deliver that down my tube. Then at 11 I had the second half of the tablet, which it's another dissolvable one, and some more medication. Then just before midnight, this I actually filmed the next day just for video reference so you guys could see, but I usually just get ready for bed, which means brushing my hair, brushing my teeth, washing my face, and all that stuff. So brush, 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 nice and fresh. Then I get in bed. This is usually around midnight. I end up having some vitals during this time, but I didn't record that. But that's pretty much it, guys. That is my routine. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. And I will see you guys in my next video.